Hello everyone, welcome to day 262 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find. I'll start this game with e4, and we get Scandinavian defense, so they play knight out attacking the pawn. It's a good move. I could bring my knight, but then they will. If I bring my knight, they can still just take and win a pawn. Instead, I think I'll just develop this way. They give me the pawn, but taking only helps them develop. So instead of taking, I think in this case I'll just develop myself. They do take. I should probably play d4. I do have a check, but then they just develop. But maybe if I give them a check and they block with the knight, I'd be able to play this move, which puts pressure on the knight and forces them to trade. And so I could definitely go for that after the check. I think I will try that. If bishop out, we just trade. They do bring their knight out, and this allows me to jump in. So I could definitely go for this. If they kick me away, obviously that loses material. If I take now, I damage their structure, but this isn't really good for me. I just open up their pieces. I think instead I'll just actively jump in. Add some pressure to this. They block with the bishop. Then I can take the bishop. Queen over. Attacks my knight. The bishop. I can still win a pawn here. Nearly. I think if I take here, that just can't work because I don't have this check. I was thinking of taking here without hanging this. But maybe I can take here, but then they just take here, so not possible. I do have a move like d4, locking in my own knight, which would then threaten to attack them over here. I think I will play d4 just to protect my knight. This knight can't move. I'm just trying to remove this, which would let me take here. So they're forcing me into taking. I can take this way first, and then leave. I think I will... I don't want to let go of my bishop at the moment. I'll take with the knight, even though my knight is much more active. Although I still lose my bishop, so I probably had to take with the bishop. I also could have gone back, but that would have let them take my knight and win a pawn. Taking here does not work. We have to just go back. This square looks really good for my knight. Could play knight a4 and then knight c5. I think I'll develop my bishop though, next. I wish my bishop could go here, but it's unprotected there. They push. Now, developing my bishop here doesn't really attack anything. Although this square would look really good for my bishop. I'm tempted to play knight back to e2 just to bring my bishop to this diagonal. I could play queen up and then bishop out, which also works. Queen here. They can't attack my queen straight away, which is good. I think that's a good move. Just preparing my bishop to come here. I guess bishop d6 completely stops my plan, but if I'm able to bring my bishop here first, that'll be good for me. They go ahead and push. And I could take this, but I can also develop my bishop first. to target the queen. And then when they move, I'll be able to take. And here if they push, I just take. I think this move is good. Dropping back is probably the best move to defend this, but then they push, and that's a very annoying move. And that actually traps my bishop. Queen up. I wish I could take here and open up a check on their king, but that's not possible right now. I should probably just take here and then castle, which seems good. If I take here, the bishop develops. I don't like that. If I take here and the queen takes, that's only good for me. I could castle, but that makes my bishop very weak. I think I'll go ahead and take. I don't want to lock my bishop out of the game. The bishop does take. Could play here because they take, they blunder. But that's such a silly way to play. If I play here, they can just push. No. If I play here, I'm not even threatening to take. So, I'll just go ahead and castle now. This is pinned, completely pinned. So I can move my piece here. My queen's also on this diagonal, which is very good. I could drop my knight back and then play c4, which seems really strong. Yeah, I could definitely play knight back and then try to play for c4. They want to go for bishop trade. Now, I wish I had a sacrifice here, but unluckily for me, the knight takes. Because if they took, would the pawn knight have a check with my rook, which seems very strong. They're just trying to trade here. I could accept the trade. I think I will. The queen takes. This is still pinned. So I do have this move. But first, I think I'll develop my rook. To make sure I pin this, they should probably castle. If they don't, I'll probably have a move like bishop c4 to attack the pawn. So right now they only have two defenders on this. Bishop c4 does work. Until they castle, bishop c4 if they castle. That's bad for me. But then I guess this is still pinned to the rook, so they do just castle. I can always just drop my knight, move my knight now. Knight here does work. Just trying for this. Knight here, I don't really have a plan of going anywhere. I think for now I'll just drop back, all the way to the back rank, and play c4 to try to break open this defense, because the rook is hanging. Bishop b7 looks strong for them. They've just moved their rook to attack my pawn, so my plan doesn't work anymore. This is already protected. I can definitely just play b3 though. Then c4. Rook over, trying to maybe push and go for fork. But I'll just play c4. They take, I take. I should try to remove their knight. That would help me put pressure around their king. They go ahead and take. I have to take here, and I think I have to take with the bishop. I'll move my knight and bring my rook to the open file. They can hit my queen, but I just move out of the way. Queen over here. Trading seems good, so I could go this way. A queen trade on this square is also fine. Queen up doesn't hit anything at all. It does pin this. It doesn't attack the bishop, it does hit my rook. But I can simply just move my knight and everything's protected. My knight can't go here, or here. My knight can go here, actually. Then I could bring another rook to the file. They can't remove my queen at the moment. Yeah, I can just play knight c3. Knight e3 obviously looks better, safer, but knight e3 does look safer, so I could go for that. I'll just go for this, and then bring my rook to d1. Queen in attacking this. I have this move to hit their queen. That doesn't work for them. Rook e2 is protected. They can't take that pawn. I can also just push this one if I want to. Their queen isn't trapped. Can always escape. I can just push this pawn and it should be fine. They can never push this. I'd love to be able to bring my rook in to the 7th rank, but the knight is there in a really annoying spot. I could trade the knight off and then go for that, which looks very good. They jump in. That's a very strong move. They're threatening a check, winning a pawn, and also my queen. I think now is the time to counterattack them. If I go here, they take, I take. I think I have to play rook e2. If they take my queen, I just take him. I can think about playing queen c7. They go ahead and trade, so that's fine. Now the knight is hanging, my rook can come in. They just move their knight. I can come in and hit the knight straight away. I can also push here. Yeah, this push is definitely possible. I also have this move to hit the rook, to force into a move. I have the open file, so I don't want to spoil that. I could push here and just force the knight to move away. They have this square, which is annoying. Very annoying. I could just slide over. Then play bishop b5. Bishop b5, they can target me though, which is very annoying. I hit their rook after their rook moves. It's not a good move for me, so they just make an improving move. I could now think about coming in with my rook. I can also try to rook lift maybe. I do want to come into this back rank to attack them, which is the best move I think. Their bishop slides over to hit my rook, but I can just attack this pawn. I can't counterattack them. I'll just slide over to hit this. I could also give my bishop because okay, so they don't have back rank mate here. What I can do is I can take the free pawn. I can also take here because if they take, I take. Yeah, this seems completely fair. I take, I win a pawn. I take, they can only take. I take here. My back rank's protected. And anyways, I can always play f3. Could take this first. Yeah, I could just take this. If I take the pawn though, if I take the pawn, they can take here, which is much more scary. So I think for now I'll just play this move instead. Taking here. They don't have back rank mate. I'll just take. They jump in trying to remove my bishop. And they cut my king off also, so that's a good move. What I should do here is... I definitely can't... I could... No, I can't give the piece, that's too bad. They will try to remove my bishop here, and I'll have to take with the pawn, but I'm fine with that. I could actually take with the knight there, so... Make some room for my king now. Well, now I'm threatening to win a pawn. with a discovered attack on their bishop. If they take, I take with my knight and I'm fine. I get to this square and I can start attacking this. Yeah, that only helps me, I think. If I take with the rook, I am hitting the bishop straight away. But this knight move can definitely help me start an attack on this. So I'll take like this. This is hanging. But once I move my knight, I have double discovered attack on the bishop. And I can come in here. My back rank's fine because now they can't come in. I mean, a check does work, but I just run. I'm very safe on g3. Knight e5 is my best move. They probably have to go all the way back. They do take the pawn. Now they are threatening some checks, but I think I'm safe. Also, they don't have a check here at all. So I think I'll go for this move. I am safe. The checks don't do anything at the moment. I am attacking the bishop twice. My rook can come in to pressure this. Their bishop probably has to go all the way back. They move their bishop there, but that doesn't do much. I still have the same plan of attacking this. Also, if they ever push, I just move my knight to a very good square. The simplest way to win this would also be to just bring my rooks up to their king right now. Their checks don't really work. If they choose to defend this with rook f8, I just simply bring another rook in. Wow, they actually pushed, so now I can just go into this square. I could go here, I could also just move. I could play this. Yeah, I definitely have this move. If they take, I just take. My king is safe, although this looks dangerous. I think I have to give a check with this rook and force them to go the other way. I can also just move and threaten to checkmate them straight away. Okay, they block my other rook, but I just have this. I can also just take the pawn. This does look extremely dangerous with the rooks being able to come in, but I think I'm fine here. Also, I can just take the bishop, so... Yeah, I can just take the bishop. Yeah, we just trade down. I'm still up a pawn and I can start pushing this one. And if not, I can just rotate and win this. This just activates my king, so it's not a good move. I'll just protect my pawn. I could just give up the pawn and then go for this one. I think that's the best choice. Because I'll be attacking this. I'm attacking this. King up, I can just start attacking this. I can also bring my king up to this square. What I could do is also rook trade, but I think that draws the game. I want to go back for now, I think. I think trading here would actually... A rook trade here would be winning for me because of their doubled pawns and my extra pawn. They just defend, but they can't really stop me from pushing my pawn. I just play h4, h5, get my rook behind, and I should be doing really well. And I win the game on time, so I am winning this endgame. Let's have a look at this game. Yeah, and I was just completely winning for almost this entire game. Although no, for most of the game was completely equal. except for when I blundered. I made 2 mistakes and they made a blunder which lost them the game. This was all okay. I had to take with the bishop here, because taking with the knight would let them take my bishop, then I'd have to move. This was all okay. They shouldn't have taken here because my bishop just sits here forever now. Can't really remove him. All these moves were okay. Bishop b5 was actually better. Tempo the rook. The knight comes in now, which is a problem. And this trade is really bad for me. I had to play queen f4 to protect this. I don't know why I didn't see this move. I only saw this square, which the bishop could defend. Now here, if they take my rook, I take like this. They take my queen. I take like this. And I'm actually losing. I guess because they win the rook and I only win the knight back. But luckily they take in the wrong order. I can win a pawn here. The game's actually completely equal here. Them pushing's good, but I can just double up. Which apparently doubling up draws the game. Knight to d7 was best. Knight in here was best. Obviously if they make a move like this, they lose the game. That's a blunder which just loses a bishop. So I take. And yeah, the reason they lost this endgame was because they just gave me that bishop. I guess they thought they were disconnecting my rooks, which is good. But I can just take. And taking with this left rook was actually better because I'm threatening mate again. This is much better. But anyways, I get the win. It's a nice win. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.